Degeneracy is a very common thing on the internet. Often it's on full display on public social media, but often you'll find the most revolting and disturbing stuff occurring behind closed doors, whether that be in DMs or private Discord servers. In the past few years, we've seen many Discord degenerates being exposed all over YouTube, and today's story is no different. Let's talk about Smash Bandicoot, commentary's most wanted troll. If you haven't heard of Smash Bandicoot, I wouldn't exactly blame you, as he's not really present in many mainstream internet communities, but allow me to provide a brief overview. Smash Bandicoot is a content creator and musician who possesses 15,000 subscribers. The content he uploads to his audience of hate watchers is nothing short of unintelligible nonsense. His music doesn't fare much better, with the majority of his discography sounding like How It Feels to Put Your Balls in a Deep Fryer, accompanied with the scariest image a Downy could literally spit out in paint.net. Smash is not known for the quality of his content he produces, but is instead nefarious for his antics on Discord, whether that be spamming porn in numerous servers or just general harassment. There have been multiple videos documenting Smash's activities, which are usually just private calls that were recorded where he's being relentlessly trolled by the call's participant. But a few content creators have made serious videos discussing him. I am one of the people whose server he loves to join and spam all kinds of glorious stuff. There is a lot of Rule 34. At the time of writing this script, Smash has actually made 19 Discord accounts to join my server and spam really disgusting images. One of those times was an account called Kitty Cunt, which is the account he used to put CP in my server. Cartoonshi is one of the bigger creators online that made a public video about Smash and his antics. In his 26-minute video, Cartoonshi documents just over a year of Smash's harassment towards himself and his friends. You can also tell that this is kind of a personal video, since in the video he is shown that he's frustrated with Smash to the point where he says in the video,
"I will not even discourage people from saying whatever the fuck they like to you. You deserve everything that comes your way from now on until the day you leave or apologized."
Which on YouTuber standards, someone has to be really driving you really crazy for you to actually say that in a video. My personal experience with Smash can just be bottled down with what I explained earlier. What Smash would end up doing is that he would make a new Discord account every time he was kicked from my server. He'd also message you privately in DMs about bringing other people into calls with him. Most of the time he was begging for people such as Harley TBS. He was also begging for one of my close friends, Dead Meme Frog. Now a lot of that stuff I can handle, since he would just be spamming me in my DMs or sending me porn, which isn't the end of the world. It gets a bit annoying when he sends you literal CP, or when he is constantly making new Discord accounts just for a 2-second troll. I'm sort of 50-50 when it comes to him just trolling though, since to send that type of disgusting stuff, you must have something wrong with you. Now Smash is 18 years old, which makes him a legal adult where I come from, which obviously when people see that you're a legal adult, it can raise a few eyebrows when you're sending CP. For one, where does he even get this stuff from? I dread to imagine the nasty websites out there supporting and giving out this nasty images like CP. Smash also decided to make a Discord account named after a former small commentary channel that was exposed for being a freak last year. And no, it isn't Pie Man. We are talking about the one and only Blair TV. This account he of course messaged me on, where he sent me a clip of him destroying a Nintendo Switch, saying it was going to be my head. To be honest, that is probably the best threat I've ever received.
It's bleeding. It's bleeding.
A while after Smash messaging me and many of my friends, it came to the point where we decided to troll the troll. So one day, as he was messaging one of my friends, Narcolept, Narco decided to say that Smash that don't be surprised if a larger creator decides to make a video on you. This was to get another funny reaction from Smash, which it indeed did, since I got into a call with Smash where I just pulled a random date out of my ass to make it seem like a video was coming out that exact day.
I want to know who you work for.
Alright, August 16th.
August. What?
August 16th this year. You're done.
What?
August 16th this year, you're done. That date being August 16th, which I still can't wait for that day.
Alright, so imagine this. You're sitting in a VC with your friends when you suddenly get a wave of pings. These pings then get followed up with porn of what can only be described as some of the most 4chan degenerate shit ever. This was my first experience with Smash Bandicoot, and unfortunately, it wouldn't be my last. After being told about this guy's history by a friend, we both decided that it'd be pretty funny to try and mess with the guy. So we started to record some of the calls that we would have with him anytime he tried to spam our servers. These calls being the culmination of some of the most insane, nonsensical, and funniest calls that could have taken place.
Who might you be?
I will make a shish kebab out of your head! Bendy and the Ink Machine?
Among Us. This was until we started seeing some images that could only be described as borderline illegal.
Oh god, okay, I accidentally had that
Wait,
shit.
that's Ness. Ness is a child.
I actually had that shit
Smash
playing.
Bandicoot.
Okay.
Ness is our holy husband.
Ness is a child, Smash Bandicoot, and you have porn. You have porn of Ness, which is technically child porn. Smash
Ness
Bandicoot.
is not a child.
It's not something I was really used to, so after that, I decided not to get as involved in the calls as much, but would occasionally join in. Unfortunately, I was forced to deal with Smash on an almost daily basis due to him thinking that I had connections to the YouTuber Highly TPS, someone who I've never once had a genuine conversation with, apart from sending him this screenshot to epically troll him. But nevertheless, I would be progressively more annoyed with him every single time he would join me on my friends' servers, having to constantly wipe hundreds of images and even having to private my server for a time. I can't stress enough how much this guy has literally plagued my friends list on my server, but no matter how many times I would ban him, it would just make a brand new auto account and do it the same time again. See, Smash isn't the smartest of people, so it's kind of easy to pick up when you're talking to one of his new alts, but just so people can be aware of him, I've made this little like guide, so if you ever come face to face with Smash himself, you can get rid of him permanently. Do not allow anyone with the name Umishi followed up by a number into your server. This was the name of Smash's most used alts. The reason that he has that number there, by the way, is because that's the amount of alts he has made with the same name. Smash really likes to talk in all caps for some reason because he finds it cool or intimidating. So if you get any cool messages from an account that has a default Discord profile picture saying something like "Bring me Harley" or "You're immortal," then you'll know who it is. Just to make sure that you never have to deal with Smash in the first place, here's a way to auto-ban him from any server he might join. If you have a Dino bot in your server, there's a feature that allows you to auto-ban people with specific prefixes. Make sure to put in the names Smash, Umishi, Kitten Cunt, and Blair TV, and any others that he might make. Hopefully, if you've done it right, Smash will be banned within a few seconds of him joining, so you'll be able to talk to your friends without him spamming you porn. It's not a rare sight to see absolute degenerates online anymore. I remember a time where the worst thing to happen to me was getting spammed the N-word by a guy who I would have been at least 4 years younger than. With Smash, however, it's left me with this feeling that I'm going to end up getting spammed with something that could potentially get me in trouble, which is pretty worrying. I don't want to sound like I'm exaggerating, but it really isn't a good thing to see, and I'm not just talking about the Donkey Kong Pikachu porn that he sends. He seems to not have a care in the world that he's not only sending porn to minors, but he's also sending drawn CP. People debate whether art of that stuff is actual CP or not, but I still don't want to see it either way. Thank you to Wack TV for letting me talk about my experience with Smash, and I'll let him take over from here.
Now, when you become an online harasser like Smash, and your goal is to mess with as many people as possible, you will eventually mess with people that actually try to hurt you back, which is exactly what happened. Lio Convoy is a smaller channel like myself, and he has actually made videos about Smash as well, and in his first video he basically speaks about how Smash is a degenerate freak, and is just really annoying to deal with. Believe me, this is true. However, he isn't the most normal guy either. For starters, he decided it was a good idea to dox Smash Bandicoot. Now, Lio got Smash's dox by striking down one of his videos via copyright strike, because Smash had used art that Lio had commissioned, so Lio saw this as an opportunity to strike down one of his videos so the entire channel went down. It just so happened that Smash already had 2 strikes on his channel. So Smash was left with 2 options: leave his channel terminated and accept defeat, or appeal this decision, and to do so he has to type in his address, phone number, full legal name and his personal email. And because YouTube's system is broken, all of his private information is sent to Lio. Now, talking about the copyright strike itself, it was in my opinion a full strike, mostly because it was art that he commissioned, as in he sold it, so it isn't really his anymore. With this logic, the person who made my Twitter profile picture, Gotham, could strike down Doc on the Radio's video he did about me because he used Gotham's art that he made for me in the thumbnail. There is something really sketchy about that in my opinion. Bear in mind, I come from a country where doxing is illegal, no matter what the other person is doing. It makes it worse that Lio actually admits that he only did this to get Smash's dox.
The day I uploaded the first video was not only Smash's birthday, but also the day his channel went down. Why was that though? Well, it's because I issued him a copyright strike. You see, he used art I commissioned for a thumbnail to do a stupid video threatening my family and I. This strike served 2 purposes. The smaller purpose was to throw dirt in his eye, and the main purpose was to gain entry into Smash's info.
And since Smash Bandicoot's channel came back up, it also shows that Lio did a false copyright strike on YouTube. That's something that I've never seen anyone do before, but Lio wanted to be the hero the commentary community needed. Unfortunately, no one wanted him. Lio's plan was to file a police report and send all his information to his local police over in Egypt, which on its own I personally wouldn't have a huge issue with, since Smash does send CP online to other people. Do I agree with the false strike? Definitely not. Where Lio decided decided to be a massive dick was when he sent his docs to a bunch of other people in a friend group, who ended up leaking it to a bunch of other people. One of the other people being an individual called Crow though. He sent me Smash's docs for whatever reason. He deleted his messages with me probably because he knows it was pretty shitty what he did. He decided to say that if I was to use a document he made about Smash Bandicoot, which was a document that also had his docs in it, and a bunch of other screenshots which showed him being an absolute schizophrenic online, he said he will strike my video down if I was to show a Google document. He reckons that he is the copyright owner to a bunch of screenshots of messages, which I'm sure you can twist somehow, but it was such a stretch to scare me to not talk about him, since he was one of the people supporting that his docs gets out there. So if this video magically disappears, we all know why. Another one of these individuals who sent me Smash's docs was a channel called Sleep Live. Now, he knew I wasn't a fan of Smash, so he messaged me asking if he could join in with all the hate. However, this started to become a problem when Sleep suggested that someone he knows or himself may put his docs on Kiwi Farms. I obviously told him this was stupid and a crime itself, because Smash's family might be put at risk for unwarranted harassment. Sleep Live decided to go on Twitter and say I was a pedo supporter because I didn't want someone's family getting harassed. When I got into a call with Sleep Live, I found out that he didn't actually care if his family was to get harassed, because him and his friends had been harassed, so he thought it was okay for his family to be harassed. Sometimes an eye for an eye isn't always the best move.
I don't think that really justifies like doxing him though, because let's be fair here.
What else are we supposed to do? What else are we supposed to do though? What we're supposed to rely on the
kick him from your server, block him.
Man sends you Donkey Kong porn on Discord and you end up doxing him. Like, what the fuck? Grow a pair of balls. However, I do want to point out that Sleep Live and I did get into a private call, and he told me that he wasn't going to be putting his docs on Kiwi Farms, which on its own is good news, but it seriously shows what kind of insane people Lio attracts. But in said private call, he also decided to say that I should stop making videos on Jelly Bean. This was him trying to get an epic own on me because he said I was making videos on children. Bear in mind, Jelly Bean is 1 year younger than me, and those videos I did were well over a year ago, and I've moved on from that content since. Not like I even disagree with this content, I don't think it was good content, I just thought it was a very random diss to do. Kinda shows how butthurt he really was. Lio has what he calls a Discord family, where he has essentially adopted people through Discord, one of these people being called Hopeless Peaches. Now, Lio is very protective over his dysfunctional Discord family, so I better be careful on what I say, since this video might be struck down by Lio. The reason I bring up his Discord family is because they went after one of my friends about Smash Bandicoot. They basically were just being nasty cunts to her in VC.
Yes, I am the source of the docs, and you know what? I can't and will not police every single person on God's green earth. That's not going to happen. It's also not a reasonable expectation to have. You're probably 20 and still live with your parents. You don't know how the real world works. I don't want to hear it.
Okay,
talking about not the real world works when you adopt adult women over the internet. Come the fuck on.
Okay.
You cunt.
No. Let's have this out. Let's go ahead and have this conversation. Go ahead, Mushmouth. Tell me about the people I've adopted. Tell me about the people in my found family. I want to hear another shot from some worthless loser in their 20s that's got nothing in their lives. Let's hear it.
You're a 30-year-old
No, come on, Spurg. Let's hear
man.
it. Let's hear more giggles because you're offended over the fact that Smash's docs is out there.
They did this because they were claiming that we were supporting a pedophile, when in reality we do not support Smash's actions. We just don't think it's ethical for his family to be harassed. He also refused to get into a VC with me because apparently I went after his Discord family. I didn't even know people were sad enough to have that, so unfortunately he is wrong there. In conclusion, Smash is one of the biggest incel weirdos I've ever seen online, but so are the people he decided to target, since some of them think it's justified to leak someone's docs on Kiwi Farms and risk other people's safety. These people like to play policeman online since they have nothing better to do. I think Smash is an awful person, but I also think Lio is. If any of you watching this ever get in contact with Smash Bandicoot, just ignore him. He isn't worth interacting with and can get really boring. Anyway, I hope you have enjoyed this video. If you did, a super thanks is appreciated but not expected. I've been Wacky TV, and until next time, whoa, 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 whoa.